All right, welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. I hardly ever do this. I'm making another video in the same day. I hardly ever do that. I make a video every once in a while, but we are Crypto News and Investigative Report. Here's our handle, RobTech, right here, ROBTECH, RobTech P. I'm glad that you're joining me. Please subscribe to Crypto News and Investigative Report, our YouTube channel. Just click the bell right there. That'll let you know when there is an alert. Hit the subscribe button. That'll let you know every time that we're putting up a video. Like I said, I hardly ever do 2 videos in one day. That's just not what I do. But there is something that I do want to talk to you all about. Again, that I didn't talk about today earlier on the earlier video. All right. So let's just get into it. I want to talk to you about this article right here that just came out a little earlier today, the Daily Hold. And it's talking about Venezuela Bitcoin trading reaches record high as blackouts plunge crisis-ridden country into darkness. And like I said earlier today, I don't really want to get into the politics of it. I don't want to debate the president that the United States is supporting or the president that Russia and China is supporting. I want to talk more about what virtual currency they're using and is that virtual currency surviving. So here's the deal, guys. Venezuela's Bitcoin trading reaches record high as blackouts plunge crisis-ridden country into darkness. The Bitcoin trading volumes per peer-to-peer crypto trading platform Local Bitcoins hit a record high in Venezuela for the week of March 2nd and users trading 25.4 billion in the national currency. The collapse of the Venezuelan bolivar continues amidst the ongoing humanitarian, economic, and political crisis that has seen hyperinflation, a lack of basic goods, including food and medicine, civil unrest, violent protests, and a battle out to oust the Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro from power. But what is happening and what is positive out of this crisis is, can a virtual currency withstand a financial crisis? Now, part of the issue is in 2008, the United States, we were in a financial crisis. Virtual currencies or cryptocurrency came out of that. That's why we have cryptocurrency now. Anybody, you can go back and research that. Anybody that are in virtual currency already know that it came out of the 2008 financial crisis is why we have virtual currency, why Bitcoin came out in 2008. So what's interesting to me about this issue is that this virtual currency, Bitcoin is answering the call. Bitcoin is helping people survive in the middle of a financial crisis in their country. All right? That's what's interesting. I mean, look, that's what all the headlines are. Here's another one. Despite crisis in Venezuela, launches crypto remittance platform supporting Bitcoin Litecoin payments. And so you're watching in real time a virtual currency be the hedge for a financial crisis. And I think that's a big story. That's not enough attention is being paid to it. But that's a big story because the United States is in debt as well. And there has been a prediction that the United States is going to have a financial crisis too. And so you're going to need a decentralized virtual currency to be able to withstand a financial crisis in the United States. And for all intents and purposes here, Bitcoin is answering the call. Okay? That's the important thing about it. So, if you want to look, so now, I would say that if you want to hedge against a financial crisis, buy you some Bitcoin. Because one of the things that is happening in the country is that banks are closing. And they're having a problem with banking. So you don't need a banking coin. A banking coin is not the kind of coin that you probably want to have. You want to have a Bitcoin type, something like Bitcoin, a decentralized virtual currency, Bitcoin. And because here's the thing, Bitcoin is already showing you that they can do this. It says Venezuela traded over 60 million in Bitcoin already in 2019. So they've been having their problem. I think this problem has been for about 2 months. Well, it's probably been a lot longer than that, but I think we've just been getting a couple of months worth of news on Venezuela. But Venezuela already traded over 60 million in Bitcoin in 2019. They already using it. It says local Bitcoin users in Venezuela nearly spent 160 billion VES, I guess it's called VES, buying 16,642 Bitcoin in the first 2 months of 2019. Wow. At today's price, those Bitcoins were worth almost 63 million with a record of 25.16 billion VES spent just this week, guys. And so when you're looking at, and it's just I'm just throwing it out there. I like your point of view, definitely. But if you're talking about can a virtual currency survive a financial crisis, well, you look no further, because Bitcoin is actually doing it. The people in the dark out there now. But if they have any way of the Bolivia, that money is from the banks. That money is not doing it. That money is not helping them. What's helping them in this financial crisis is people that are able to use Bitcoin. All right, people that are able to go and use Bitcoin for food and for goods and services. That's what's making it. That's what's helping the people that can afford it. Now, does everybody have it? I'm not getting into, like I said, I don't want to get into the politics of, what they're doing in terms of people and that kind of thing. But I would like to focus in on the Bitcoin subject, the virtual currency subject of these people can actually use Bitcoin in the middle of the Venezuela financial crisis. I wonder if the United States, if we were in our financial crisis, I think we would want to use Bitcoin too. I mean, I would, because I would see this already as something that works. You know what I mean? No, and they're not using any other virtual currency that we know of. They're using Bitcoin, and they might be using some Litecoin, like the article said, in the other article. But we know that they're using $60 million worth of Bitcoin is moving, okay, in 2 months. So, I think the Bitcoin maximalist, and I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist person. I'm a wherever the money is, try to get into it person. If Bitcoin is where the money is, then I get some of that. If Ethereum is where the money is, then we need to get some of that. If Litecoin is where the money is, then we need to get some of that, because that's what's working. So my whole point, and I like to hear what you guys think about it, but my whole point is in Venezuela, that country is going through a financial crisis right now. That country is going through a crisis. And what's sustaining the people that have Bitcoin are people that are being able to get services and goods and buy stuff. Now, that right there speaks volumes in terms of what will work. You don't have to question will it work, because we already know it is working for them. That's what the article is saying right here. And so that's awesome. And the other thing I wanted to mention was this right here before I go today, is that you can go on Block TV and listen at this article from Pierre Ricard, Rochard. He's the founder of the Bitcoin Advisory Group. This guy is really discussing the Lightning Network. I mean, he does an excellent interview on the Lightning Network and on Block TV. The commentator goes one-on-one with this guy. But really, guys, this is what for me, this is what really does it. In the middle of a financial crisis, because I believe that the financial crisis story and the virtual currency story, those two stories are run parallel in my mind, both of them. So if you're wondering what virtual currency will work in a financial crisis, Bitcoin will. Okay, now no other virtual currency that I can think of in the middle of a financial crisis has been tested like Bitcoin is being tested in this. And as like I said, as you can see, it's working. 60 million of it in a couple of weeks. Okay, so Bitcoin is standing out there, guys. You stop. A lot of people are trying to write Bitcoin's obituary. It's not scalable. It doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. Well, I tell you what, when you look at what's happening in Venezuela, you can see that Bitcoin is withstanding, is helping people that have it. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. I think this is really the hot topic. The hot topic right now is Bitcoin standing and making a stand in Venezuela. You need to get some. I mean, because it's what works. All right. All right. Let me know what you think. That's just my opinion of it. I just wanted to get that out there. I forgot to bring that out there earlier. Once again, thank you for joining me.